All right, Seafire took the literary world by storm. A thrilling fantasy novel for young adults where sisterhood and female empowerment are front and center. And now, author Natalie C. is back with Steel Tide. It's the second book in the trilogy where the main character finds herself in a very different situation. And Natalie C. joins us just days away from Steel Tide's big release. Welcome back to Better Kansas City. It's so good to have you back here.
Thank you.
I think we talked to you late last year just as the first book was coming out, and I want to get these accolades right here. So the reception to Seafire was overwhelmingly positive. It was an NPR Best Book of 2018. Goodreads named it both a hottest young adult book of summer and a best book of the month. BuzzFeed called it a fast-paced, thrilling tale, and the San Francisco Chronicle one of the most spellbinding adventures of the year. That's got to make you feel pretty awesome, right?
Yeah. It has been really fun just to see the reception of Seafires. A book that I had so much fun writing has now found its readership, and I am very excited to be pushing along to the second installment.
Did you always view this as a trilogy? You knew starting out that it was going to have 3 separate acts, so to speak, and are you developing it that way, continually finding new ideas for the second and third? Well, I guess now mostly the third.
Yes, I definitely always envisioned this as a trilogy. Anybody who's read the first one will be very relieved to know that there is a second book almost ready. And yeah, I've been working on the third one, so it's always been that 3-act structure for me.
So Seafire starts out aboard a ship where it's the main character along with an all-female crew. Now, when we're on to the next book, it's more she's not gone lost, but she's on now a ship with an all-boy crew, so to speak. But what about the dynamic in there? What's for the difference from the first book of sisterhood and that theme to being in this new situation in the second book?
So when we start off in Steel Tide, Caledonia has been taken sort of hostage by a group of defected bullets who are part of the army that she's been fighting against. And part of my reason for doing that is that in Seafire, I really wanted to work on this vision of sisterhood that was overwhelmingly positive, where girls were supporting girls in really powerful ways. But I guess if there's like a thesis statement for Steel Tide, it's that sisterhood is a starting point, and in order to really join the revolution and rebel against the power structures in this world, they have to sort of complicate their ways of thinking, and they're going to have to work across gender divides.
Yeah. Are people really anxious for this new book? Have you got those hardcore fans who are like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this new one to come out?
I think so. That is my sense, yes.
Awesome. And then locally here, where can your fans go pick up the book? Or if somebody wants to read not just the new book, but the first one too, where can they go pick them up?
Well, right here in Kansas City, Rainy Day Books always has signed copies of Seafire, and they will of Steel Tide. And then next week on Tuesday in Lawrence at Raven Bookstore, I'll be launching Steel Tide. And so they're welcome to come to that event, but Raven will also have signed copies on stock.
Awesome. And what's coming up next for you? Aside from writing the third book in the trilogy, what's next for you?
I have a number of things that I can't really talk about.
No.
But after book 3 in the Seafire trilogy, I do have an anthology called Vampires Never Get Old, which is a collection of young adult authors all coming together to tell different kinds of vampire stories.
So I'm going to say, just since you couldn't say it, it's probably like a next Netflix deal working. You know, got like a 3-movie series, maybe a television mini series event.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, how awesome would that be? Would that be like your big dream, to be able to see your work taken from, I mean, obviously you're very proud of the written adaptation, but to be seen on the silver screen would be something else, right?
That would be just incredible, yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, congratulations. We can't wait to see and to read the new book. I know I think my son loves kind of this, so I want to get it in his hands. I think it's fine for him to read it too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone should read it.
Everyone should read it. You heard it. You should read it too. All right, Natalie, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.